Good morning, students. In the previous class, we were discussing about the Pandas library, and we have seen many codes using Pandas library. Okay, so we know that in the last class, as per discussion, that Pandas library is used to create a data frame. That means you are available with the data, okay, either in any of the format. That is, especially we are working with the CSV file format. That means your data has been organized in your Excel file. It's been saved in a form of a CSV, okay. And I also told that it's not mandatory that you are going to save only in the CSV format. If it is in LX format also, then also it will work. Okay. But for specifically, if your data has been saved in CSV file format, because most of the cases, I have been also working with the data, that data sheet has been present in this comma separated values only. Okay. So the point is, we are going to we are going to create a data frame. Okay, that means in the row and column format. Okay, and then we need to operate over the data. And to be simple, in the starting, we have create the data set by our own. Okay, that means here is a dictionary, and we created a data frame based upon the dictionary. Okay, and we did took different examples based upon that. We have also worked upon the Panda series. Okay, and checked what is the difference between a series and a data frame. Okay, in case of series, you are available with your indices, okay, and their respective values. Okay, while in case of the data frames, you are available, yeah, with the index also, but however, you are available with the column names also, to which these values belongs. Okay, so this is your pandas series and a data frame thing. Okay, and then we have accessed different values also by using that means if I do talk about column cars, okay, and I need to print the values which are present in the columns car, so I can do that. Okay, so here it is. All right, creating a pandas series. Okay, so by the series method we can do that. All right, so it's quite simple. You can re-index your things. Okay, you can customize your index in the series. We have seen this example in the previous class. All right, then here we have seen most of the examples how to create a data frame by your own. Okay, and customizing your indices. Also, we have seen the example when I have shared a data file with you. Okay, you have accessed the data file. That means here is a function that is read underscore CSV. Okay, I have shared a data file whose extension is .csv file. Okay, so this is how you can read a CSV file. You can print the CSV file. Okay, then you can check how many maximum rows we can show in printing the head. Okay, that means head is just for printing the first 5 rows of your data frame. See, maximum rows which we can print, it's been given at my system. It is with this Python version, it is 60. Okay, so head prints the first 5 rows, tail prints the last 5 rows, shape is the number of rows and columns which are present in your data set. Df dot columns is going to tell you that how many columns, what are the column names present in your data. Okay, then duplicated is something which we are going to check that how many duplicate values are present in your data set. Okay, if there are, I already told that you need to drop the duplicates, so there is a method called as df dot drop underscore duplicates, so we can drop the duplicates also. This is how we can find the null values which are present in your data set. Okay, and with the drop any, we are going to drop the null values which are present. Okay, all the rows which are having the null values, drop any will drop them. And if I want to drop any column, so I can use this thing, drop, and I can mention the column here. Okay, and if I need to drop multiple columns, okay, so for that you can prepare a list of those columns. Okay, and information, if I need to print the information of my data frame, that means what my data frame comprises of, what are the column names, what are the data types, everything. So this will give you the information, info. Description will give you the description, df dot describe, give you the statistical information of your data set. All right, that means count, mean, standard deviation, minimum value, maximum value, and these are the 25%, 50%, and the 75% distribution of the data. So this is the statistical information of your data set, especially for the numerical values. Okay, fine. I've also discussed about the correlation, CORR. That means how to find the correlation. Okay, that means correlation is if any of the feature, that means if these columns are considered as a features, so how they are related with other features. Okay, whether there's an increase or in a decrease if the change in the value of other features. That means I'm talking about proportionality, directly proportional, inversely proportional, or there is no impact on changing one feature on the another feature. So this is a correlation table actually, by simply CORR. And we have also prepared the heat map for it. Okay, ahead. We have also prepared the heat map for it. Then again, these are the common examples for the series, how to prepare your Panda series. Okay. And how to change the indices, how to customize the indices, how to print the minimum value present in a series, how to print maximum value present in a series, how to calculate the mean of the values present in the series, median of the values present in the series. Okay, but it's just simple using methods. All right. How to print the data type, how to convert a series, a panda series into list. So there is a method to list. So this is what you can do, convert your series into the list. Okay, and here is what you are preparing, a data frame by different data types. Okay, that means first you took list of list and created a data frame. Then you took again then you took a dictionary and created a data frame. Then you took what, list of dictionaries to create a data frame. Okay, there are multiple options with the help of which you can create a data frame. Okay, and then again, here it is your list of dictionaries. Here also you created a data frame. But when in the last example was what I told is you have an empty value. That means you didn't have the subject. Okay, here nan, that is the null value, has been shown. Okay, now this has also been discussed in the previous class. All right, fine, fine. So, let's get started with today's points for what we need to discuss, because I was just rewinding the concepts of pandas which we have discussed in the last class. Okay, so here, as already mentioned to you previously, that if you create a data frame, for example here, import pandas as pd scores equal to, you are creating a list of dictionaries. That means you are having subject maths score 85. That means it's a dictionary. So you are available with the subject column, you are available with the score column, and you are assigning the subject names here, and respectively you are assigning the score values here. Okay, you are saying, sir, this is list of dictionaries, kindly create a data frame based upon it. Okay, so it will automatically create, you do not have to work a lot. You just have to define this particular list of dictionaries. It will organize all the data according to the data frame itself. Okay, if you give pd.data frame scores, so it will prepare a data frame. Okay, and after preparing a data frame, you can print the data frame, and you can also print its information. So if I want to print the data frame, print my underscore df, and here I'm going to print the information also. Okay, so here it is. This is your data frame with the two columns, subject and the score, and here is the information which has been available for the subject and the score. It's telling that you are having two columns, okay, with 5 not null values. One is of object type, one is of integer type. Okay, and here are the information related to it, and it's taking 208 bytes memory for the storage. This is the information of your data frame which you have created. Okay, so as discussed, and still I'm telling you, these are the ways to create a data frame, simple ways to create a data frame. All right. Now, if again I'm available with the same data frame, and as told previously also, I need to print the statistical information of my data frame, then I can use my underscore df dot describe. Okay, so this is your data, this is your details, this is the scores list of dictionary, which will be converted into data frame, and then here you are printing the description. So description will only come for the numerical values. Okay, though here in your data frame you are available with the object type values also, but remember, description will only be given for numerical values, because we can calculate mean, median, mode, and standard deviation, etc., for the numerical values only, not for the your object type values. Okay, so here you can see that for the score column only I am having the statistical information, what is the count, what is the mean. That means now the question is, sir, you are saying, sir, mean and all this thing. So it will consider all the values which are present in this score column, and it will calculate the mean of it, it will calculate the median of it. Okay, everything, what is the maximum value present in this column, what is the minimum value present in this column. So whatever the details which are being required as per the statistics, okay, just general or the basic details required. So you did not have to do anything, just use this describe method. With the describe method it will tell you everything related to that particular column score. Okay, and here is the information, and you all are available with the codes. Okay, if anyone don't have the codes, and I request you kindly do practice side by side as I am teaching right now. And if you have any issue, you can ping me, sir, this is the issue. So you need to practice the code side by side. Okay, now here next, in addition to passing default integer indices, we can also pass named or label indices to the loc function. Now how we are going to do that? See, initially we are available with the index like this. Okay, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now if you want to customize the index, as we have seen in case of series also, you can customize the indices, and you can give the index of your choice. Okay, so how we are going to do that? In this example, let's check. Again, I'm having the scores, which is a list of dictionaries. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I need to create a data frame. And how I'm going to create a data frame? I am taking this scores, which is a list of dictionaries, and I'm giving index from my side. Student 1, student 2, student 3, 4, and 5. That means with the index parameter, you can give index from your side. You know that, sir, I have given the details of 5 students. What is this dictionary comprises of? This dictionary is having subject maths, score 85, grade B, remarks good, 4 columns. It comprises of 4 columns: subject, score, grade, and remarks. 4 columns it comprises of, and each and every entry is having these 4 values only. Okay, so I am going to create a data frame with this 4 columns with the 4 entries, 5 entries actually. Okay, there are 5 students, 5 entries, and previously the index is coming like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want to give index from my side, sir. So the index is something like this. I created student 1, student 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if I print this data frame, let's see how it looks like. You have customized the index. So preparing a data frame using list of dictionaries is something which we understood, sir. This is a good method. Why this is a good method? Because the reason is, sir, in case of dictionaries, sir, we can give the column names and the values. That means we are a dictionary is a key value pair. So, sir, whatever be the key, that will come in the column name, and whatever be the value, that will come under a value. And sir, in a list of dictionaries, we can create multiple dictionaries separated by comma. So sir, that is a good concept. Okay, it's a good way to create a data frame. Okay, and we have created also. And sir, we have created the indices of our choice also. Okay, here we did that. Okay, now please, any doubt, let me know.
No doubt, sir.
Okay, so Rishmita here today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Rishmita and Ramya. Okay,
Ramya is absent.
Ramya is also there. Okay, yes. Now the next thing is, if I need to print the contents of student 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is my underscore df dot loc student. Loc student means, what is this loc student? Location student. And what is the location of the student? Sir, location of the student is here. So I'm talking about the index. I am saying my df dot loc student. In the previous class also this has been discussed. Okay, so my underscore df, this is your data frame name. Dot loc is the location, and in the location student 1, that is the index, I am saying print it. So it will print what? It will print the contents of this student 1. Student subject maths, score 85, grade B, remarks good. Okay, what are the values which are present in this particular row? It will going to print all these values. Here it is for the student 1. Okay, so details in this row, very very important to understand. If it has been asked to you, kindly print the information which is present in this row of your data frame. So you should be knowing, I need to use loc. Okay, next, you can specify multiple named index in a list to the loc method. The script is given below like this: index list equal to student 1 and student 2. Okay, that means, sir, I want to print the details of student 1, student 2 also. Okay, so you can create a list. Okay, so I created index underscore list in which I gave student 1 comma student 2, and I'm taking my underscore df dot loc index list. Okay, so it will print the details of student 1 also and student 2 also. In the last lecture also, we have a discussion over it. Okay, so this is how you are going to work upon. Now, we can also find the value in a particular column by filtering the records using named index. Okay, so how to print a specific value? Okay, let us consider this case. My underscore df dot loc student 1. Okay, fine. You will say, sir, this is student 1. Student 1. And I need to print a value present in a grade column for student 1. Okay, so how to do that? I need to mention grade here. Now, you will say, sir, there is a twist, sir. When you are taking student 1 and student 2, these two rows, it's printing the values which are present in these two rows. Now you are taking, sir, one index. Now, sir, you are taking an index and you are taking a column with the same kind, same criteria, same stuff. Okay, then also it is working. You know what it printed? It printed B. That means the value which is present in the row student 1 in the grade column, it printed B. And this is not enough. In the next case, what I did, I took student 1 also, I took student 2 also, and I printed the grade. And there is something, a change in the code. I haven't done student 1 comma student 2. No, I took student 1 colon student 2. Okay, so if you want to print the details of the grade column according to the rows student 1 and student 2, so you need to give like this. And now I understood, sir, what's happening. Now I understood. That means I can separate it by colon and I can write here also student 3, and sir, I can print the grades of them. Okay, this is what I can do. Student 1, student 2, and student 3, and grades can be printed. Okay, so let me take the quotation properly, and then it will give you the results. Or I need to first run this above code, then only it will understand that what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me now run here. Still it's saying some issue. Okay, what's the issue? The issue is, okay, not supported between the instances str and the int. What has been not supported here? Str and the int. What has been not supported? Previously it was been present here, and I have used this thing also to print. Okay, let me run this code. Okay, it printed. And if I do talk about this thing, okay, it's giving an issue here with the three values. It's giving an issue with respect to the three values. Not supported between the instances string and the integer. Okay, and if I do work with only two values, let's see again, because I've already printed above this thing. Okay, I'm getting the result. But when I'm going to work with the three values in quotation, student, student 3, because this is expected, student 3, now it's saying it's an error. Okay, so it's printing the details with respect to the two values, but with the three values, it's giving me an error. Now the point is now understood what is the issue. It will take only two values, the colon, but the point is, there is a starting and the ending range. Okay, so you are not going to give like this. If you want to print the value of grade from student 1 till student 3, do this task. Okay, now it will give you the result. Okay, so it will going to take you the range of values, not like separated by colon. Okay, so according to the syntax of LOC, it's not going to consider three values. So student 1, student 2, student 3. You need to give a range values. Okay, so from student 1 till student 3, print all the values which are present in the grades. Okay, and if you want to change this thing, you can change it to 5, and it will print all the values. B, A, C, C, A. Okay, for the grade thing. So this is the syntax where we need to take only two values from starting and the ending. And this is what the column which we need to consider. And then we can print the values. Okay, so getting the errors is something. Error give us the information that what actually we are doing and what actually we supposed to do. Okay, so in the error, it's been mentioned that sir, you can't give this is the wrong syntax. It's better you have to give from starting and the ending point. So here it is. Okay, now you can also specify a list of boolean values that corresponds to the indices to select using the method loc. Okay, uh, so for instance, the following script will return only the fourth record. Okay, so I'm giving boolean value, so this is somehow tricky. Okay, what trick I'm using? In the loc, I am giving false, 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 true, and false. Okay, that means we know that I am available with the 5 rows. Okay, and if I need to display the information of the rows, so instead of giving student 1, student 2, and all this, I am giving here the boolean values. Okay, and that too under double square brackets, remember. Okay, so here I gave false. Okay, false, false. Only here I give true and remaining is false. That means false doesn't display the details of that particular row. Okay, so here it will display student 4 information. So this is for student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4, student 5. Okay, so we can specify a list with the boolean values that corresponds to the indices. Okay, so here these are correspond to your indices, index values. Okay, and whichever is true, only those details will be printed. Okay, just very simple. It's not a hard and fast thing. Okay, but it's quite tricky, and we have to learn this. Okay, this is how we can also display the information. Now we can pass the data frame conditions inside loc methods. Okay, a condition return a boolean value that will be used as an index for the loc function. Okay, for example, how we are going to perform this task. See, uh, let us see the outcome of the basic condition of the pandas data frame here. The script below returns the index name with the true or false depending upon the condition given. What it is? I am saying my underscore df is score greater than 80. Okay, and you know that so score is a column, and score is a column, and that column comprises of five values. And if we use this condition thing, it's told it's going to return you the boolean values. Okay, so you know what's happening here is I am considering this score column and checking whether the score is greater than 80 or not. If the score is greater than 80, if whatever be the mention under the score column, it is greater than 80, it's going to return you the boolean value: true, true, false, false, true. Okay, and these are the respective indices. We can see that all the boolean values are printed for this particular thing. So here it's we can apply this greater than, smaller than, that means conditional operators also with the data frame columns. Okay, still there we are having many other things. Now let us pass this condition to the loc. So we have seen loc is something which is very much important. Loc is going to give you the location. LOC. Okay, and in the simple terms, we have seen that we can give index to it. It will print the complete rows. Then we started giving index also, and we started giving the column also in that particular thing. Then we started giving the range of index also in that and respective column to print the values. Now we are saying, sir, we can perform the conditional also in this LOC. How we are going to perform the condition in case of LOC? We are saying df dot LOC in df score greater than 80. In df score greater than 80. What does this means? It's saying that understand, very though it has been written in a very simple terms, but understand it is very much important and most considerable code. It's saying that in your data frame those scores which are greater than 80, if they are greater than 80, what I need to return? I need to return a boolean value. Okay, now here whatever be the boolean value will be returned, it will be present here inside loc, and I'm saying my underscore df dot loc, and I'm going to take that particular boolean value. If the boolean value is false, then obviously I did not have to print anything, and if the boolean value is true, then I need to print that particular thing. So here whose scores are greater than 80, they are going to return here the value returned is a true. And if I do consider true inside loc, okay, it will return those specific rows only. Okay, so I got student 1, student 2, and student 5. Their scores are greater than 80, so only these three rows are printed. Okay, not any other rows are printed. Okay, because the reason is here the output is true, and for those rows true only they are printed. Okay, and previously just by simple not using under loc, I am telling you that whoever is greater than 80, just print true and false, that's it. Now proceed ahead. We can pass multiple condition into loc. See, we are not specific, sir, just do simple. No, no, not necessary. We can create complexity also in case of loc. How to create a complexity? See, for instance, the script below returns those rows where the score column contains a greater value than 80 and the remarks columns contain a string excellent. Okay, how? I am taking inside loc, I am taking my underscore df, that is my data frame name. Here I am going to take the score column and I am saying greater than 80. Okay, so consider those values which are greater than 80, and this is an and operator, logical and I'm taking my remarks equal to excellent. My remarks equal to excellent. Okay, so it will take the intersection. That means scores which are greater than 80, and only those remarks which are excellent. Okay, so here I am available with only two rows which are having scores greater than 80 and the remarks are excellent. Okay, so you can use different conditions under one LOC also. Now, we can also specify column name to fetch the values. Okay, it's not like that, sir, you are only working upon the rows. No, you can work upon you can include the column names also. How? For example, I want to return the values from the score and the grade columns, from values from the score and the grade columns where the score is having greater than 80. Okay, so here it is. In LOC, you are putting my underscore df score is greater than 80, and you are taking two columns, score and the grade. Okay, so separated by comma. Okay, so score and the grade, only these two columns I need. I don't need other columns. Okay, so whatever the values which are present in these two columns, here I got. Okay, so these kind of stuff. It's a data frame. Remember, data frame, that means it is in a tabular format. My data has been organized in a table format. Okay, and you can perform various operations on tables with the rows, with the columns, with some conditions. Okay, and you are somehow what understanding, sir, these kind of things also we can do on Excel sheet. Okay, on Excel sheet also, just print those values which are greater than, less than, or whatsoever. So here in case of pandas, when we are working with the data frames, we are available with many functions. We are available all this conditional statements. Okay, so we can apply them and get the results. Let's proceed ahead. Now, we if we can set the values for all the columns in a row in a LOC. For example, for all the columns for the record at index student 4 as 90, I'm going to set it. Okay, how? For I'm saying my underscore df LOC student equal student 4 equal to 90. That means for all the column values in this particular row, student 4, I'm setting the value 90. Okay, so you can check the output. All the values are set 90 here. We can do that by simple assigning LOC student 4 equal to 90. Okay, now the point is, if you check the data type, okay, so it will be still, I can check the information of this data frame. Okay, after if I run this code and if I check the information, df my underscore df dot info. Okay, so if you do check the information, you will say score one score is, it's like that. Only one column is of integer. Okay, that is a score. Remaining all are of object type. So please, you will say, sir, in subject this is 90, sir, so it should be integer. No, it is not an integer. You will say, sir, we have assigned 90 to it, sir, so 90 is a number, sir. And you are saying, in information you have printed, sir, subject column is having object type values. Yeah, it is an object type. Okay, only in case of score 90 is integer. Here it is also object, here it is of object. Okay, both are objects. Okay, so that's why I printed the information. Okay, now in the next case, let us work upon some data set. Okay, and I'm sharing you this data set also. Let me share you this data set. That is Titanic data set. So you can do side by side this particular operations which I'm going to do on this Titanic data set. So I have shared a file with you all for the Titanic, that is titanic.csv. Okay, You can please download it. It's available on your mail. Please download it and do the whatever the operations I'm doing here, I'm explaining you. Okay, you just also perform the same. Okay, I have just mailed you this particular file, titanic.csv. So in the previous lecture also I told what is the location of this file. It is important from where you need to read this file. Once you are downloading right now, it will come into downloads. You need to copy and paste this Titanic file into that location from where you are accessing your Jupyter notebook. For example, I told in the previous lecture also, I am running my Jupyter notebook from C drive, in a Python folder. So you need to copy and paste your this CSV file in that particular folder, because most of the students they face a difficulty, sir, it's giving error, sir, I can't access. Okay, so just put this file into that particular folder only. Okay, and then what you need to do, here I am taking import pandas as pd and then pd.read underscore csv titanic.csv. Okay, that means here I am accessing this CSV file and converting it into a data frame. Very, very important step, because in case of data science and machine learning, you are being available with the sheets, okay, data sheets in the CSV file format. Okay, you need to perform this operation in the first go itself. It is mandatory. Please let me know all have received the files and whether you are working on it or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, what about other students? What about
Yes,
other students?
yes,
Okay. And see, now one more important thing. Whatever be the data made available to you, it is a first step of data scientist or a machine learning engineer. Okay. You should be knowing about the data. If you are not aware of what is given to you, that means there is no science behind that. You can't apply any science behind it. You can't apply any skills. Okay, because if you don't know about the data na, then you don't know anything. So data science it is. Okay, that means knowledge, having a knowledge about the data. So whatever I have shared with you, that is a Titanic file. Okay, and in this Titanic file I am having certain columns. Okay, and these columns, for example, the first column is passenger ID. That means there is some unique ID given to the passenger, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, whatever, as you know, it's like a serial number ID given to the passenger. Your next column is of survived. Where each and everyone know about the Titanic. Okay, so survived column is saying 0 or 1. That means either the person survived or either the person didn't survive. Okay, so it can be 0 and 1. Here it is mentioned 0 and 1, or either yes or no, true, false, whatever. Okay, so 0 didn't, 1 survived. We are saying that. Okay, so 0 means not survived, and 1 stands for the survived. Then the next one is a passenger class. Okay, obviously, if you are traveling, whether in a bus, train, special train, or at that particular time, there is a class of passengers. Okay, in a general or in a sleeper class or in a third AC, then second AC, then the first AC, whatever be the classes was. So here they did mention, sir, 1, 3, 2. So these are the classes in which the passengers were traveling. Okay, according to their you know what they have reserved for. Then here is the name of the passenger. So I don't care about who the person is. The name doesn't keeps importance for me. Okay, next one is their gender. Okay, male, female. Okay, these are the gender present. So you should be knowing each and every column you should be aware of. Okay, this means this means this. Okay, next one is the age. Okay, age of the person. Okay, this is 22, 38, 20. So these are the age. Okay, next one is your siblings and the spouse. You SIBSP, that is siblings and the spouse. Okay, so are these people are having sibling or a spouse? Okay, this person is having one sibling or a spouse. Okay, one sibling or a spouse. 0, 1, something like that. This data is given. Next one is the parsed. Parsed means, what does this parsed is going to tell you? Anyone know about what is this parsed means? Parsed. Any idea? Parsed. That means parent, children. Parch. PAR means parent. CH means children. Okay, so parent and it's a short form actually. Parent and the children. So here are the details for that particular person. Having parent or a children or not. Okay. Then here's a ticket number. I don't care about what the ticket number is. It's not been important for me. Then the next one is the fare. How much in pounds they did paid for this journey. Next one is the cabin. If they have been allotted with some cabin, cabin number. So some are available, some are not available. C85 none, C123 none, nothing. Okay, some details are there, some details are not there. Then next one is embarked. Embarked is the boarding station. Embarked is a boarding station. Okay, so actually there are three boarding stations. S stands for, I guess it's Southampton. C stands for some another name. Okay, so these are the boarding stations from which they boarded from in the Titanic ship. So these are the details available. Now the question is, sir, what we are going to do with this particular data? See, the data is you need to perform the analysis that we will do in our offline session. But right now, I'm just giving you a simple brief. If you are available with this data, now you need to perform the analysis and you need to apply your machine learning techniques to prepare a model, to train a model that will help you in giving you the prediction whether the passenger survived or whether the passenger didn't survive. This is what the task. Okay, so right now we are not going to apply any that those stuff. We are just going to deal with the basic pandas operation, which we can apply on this particular data. So I was just explaining you the data set which you have accessed in the CSV file. Okay, so after getting this data, you are printing the head, that is the first 5 rows. So these are the first 5 rows which are present in your data set. You can print the next 5 rows also present in your data set. No need to write it again. Okay, Titanic underscore data, you can print the last 5 rows of your data set. Okay, so understand, this is the approach you need to follow while performing, while creating, while implementing data science or machine learning project. This is the approach which I do follow. First, I take Pandas library, then I read the CSV file, then I print the first 5 rows, then I'm going to print the last 5 rows from my data set. Okay, then I'm going to print the shape of the data set. Okay, so Titanic underscore data dot shape. You are going to print the shape of your data set. Okay, sir, it comprises of 891 rows and 12 columns. Then I'm going to print the columns which are present in my data set. Okay, dot columns. Okay, what are the column names which are present in my data set? Okay, here they are: passenger ID, survived, passenger class, name, and all these stuff. Then I am going to check whether there are any duplicated values present in my data set or not. Duplicated dot sum. So duplicated is to check the duplicate values, and sum is to tell you the sum. It will sum up all the duplicated values. Okay, for, see, here it is 0. There are no duplicate. That means it is specifically for the rows. Please don't say, sir, column. I'm not checking duplicates in the column. I am checking the duplicates in the rows. For example, row 0 and row 1, are they same? Totally same. Okay, that's a duplicated value. So there are no duplicates present in my data set. Now I'm going to check whether it is having null values or not. So is null dot sum. Just sum all the null values which are present in the columns. So this will going to work for the rows, this will going to work for the columns. So here it is. they are having no null values. But in case of age, I am having 177 null values. In case of cabin, I am having 687 null values. And in case of embarked, I am having two null values. Okay, now the question arises. In the previous class, also I told, if you are having many null values, you got options. Option number one, either you can use drop any, that will drop all the rows which having the null values, but I can't do that thing here, because here in case of cabin I am having 687 null values and my shape of the data is 891. If I use a drop na, it will drop 687 rows, so I will be available with the negligible data right now, and we can't work upon negligible data. Only 120 row will be remain if I remove 687 rows. So this is not possible. Second was, if any of the column is having many null rows, and I believe that that doesn't keeps importance for us. Okay, so I can drop that particular column. So here 687 cabin, this is something which I don't require. Cabin information is something is not, so I can drop this particular column. Okay, over. Then age also is having 177 null values. So what we can do with the age? Either can we drop this thing? See, age is something that is an important factor. Okay, so this is an important feature. I can't drop this age column. Okay, and I also can't use drop any to drop the number of rows, 177 rows from my data set. So I can do something. I can replace this age. I can find the mean age, and I can replace it with the mean age with 177. Okay, 177 values. I can put a mean age for the people if possible. This is one of the option I'm seeing. Not mandatory rule, but it's an option, and I will keep. I will save. And how there is a process. There is a method to replace null values with a mean or median or mode. Yes, there is a method. But right now I'm just giving you the information. This is possible. Okay, so till here I found that how many null values are present in your data set. After that, you can print information. You can print info. Okay, here is the information of your data set. I already told you about this. Then you can perform describe. Okay, this I have also told you, that is the statistical information of your data. Okay, and then you can use n unique. Unique. It will going to tell you the unique values present in each and every column. How many unique values present in each and every column? So in survived there are two unique values present. In passenger class there are three unique values present. Sibling 7, pass 7, embarked 3. These are the unique values present. And here 891, 891, 88, and so on. Till here, till here, the data science and machine learning project till here is the same what I do. And with this simple commands, okay, of any of the data, I'm exploring the data. This I will tell you when I will be present with you offline. And I will follow the same approach also. Same approach, similar. And we are going to do the Titanic project. But for you, till here only, you need to know. Further, we are not going. So I was just explaining you what you can do with the data with some initial steps. Now, next case. Again, let's come back to our basic part. And I'm going to use a drop method. Okay, let me reshare you this pandas basic concepts code, because I guess you are not available with the further codes, so I'm sharing you this code again. Pandas basic concepts. Okay, please, I request all the students to please check their mail, because this updated code book has been mailed to you all. You can download the code book and you can upload the code book. Okay, and then you are going to get all these codes there. Okay, this is the updated code book. Now again, I'm going to use a drop method in case of pandas. Okay, now this code book has been shared with everyone on the mail. I request you all, please download this code book and please check these codes. Okay, check out for these codes. Okay, you can practice side by side. So here what I'm going to do, from pandas spd scores equal to, that is I'm again creating a list of dictionaries and I'm going to convert it into the data frame. So here I did. Okay, a sample data frame I have created. A sample data frame I have created. All right, here it is. This I have already explained previously. Now I'm going to use drop method. Okay, drop method. In this drop method, in this drop method, I need to pass the list of columns which I need to drop. Okay, that I already told. Okay, so here if I would say my underscore df dot drop subject and the grade x is equal to 1, so it will drop what? Subject and the grades. Subject and the grades from your data frame. Okay, this complete columns will be dropped. Okay, now it's up to you how many columns you need to drop. Okay, and I already told above, when in my data set I believe that that particular column is not of my significance. For example, I found that in case of cabin there are 687 null values. So if I want to drop this particular cabin, okay, so it will be dropped like this. Will drop data, then I need to dot drop, and then I need to drop cabin. Okay, cabin cabin. Okay, and x is equal to 1. Why I'm taking x is equal to 1? Because the reason is x is equal to 0 stands for the rows and x is equal to 1 stands for the column. So from the columns, x is equal to 1 stands for the columns. From the columns I need to drop cabin. Okay, I need to drop cabin. If I do run this code, I have dropped this cabin thing. Okay, and if I again print your Titanic data, let me print your Titanic data. Okay, I need to just assign it again, Titanic underscore data. I have dropped the cabin. Okay, and if I do check this Titanic data again, though you are seeing the cabin here, if I would have written like this, see, if I would have written like this, Titanic underscore data equal to, drop this thing. Let me run this code. And now let me run this code. Now you are available with 11 columns. Previously you are available with the 12 columns. So you can see that your uh, cabin is not present here. You have dropped it. And if you think, sir, we want to drop further more columns which are of not our significance. For example, if you want to drop this age is important. Okay, if you want to drop passenger id, so because passenger id is 01234, so we don't want to keep it. So now one thing you can do, one thing you can do here also, I did mention in the below code that you can prepare a list of all those columns which you need to drop. Okay, that means here I can mention your cabin also, and I can mention passenger ID also. Okay, and same thing, x is equal to 1. It will drop both the columns. Okay, so in this particular example right now, I did drop subject and I did drop grade, and you are getting score and the remarks only. Okay, so here it is. Now we can also drop the columns in place from a data frame using in place equal to true parameter. Okay, in place equal to true parameter, that means what I'm going to do, I'm using one more additional parameter that is called as in place equal to true. This can also be used to drop the columns from the data frame. Okay, so previously, what I did, I performed my underscore df dot drop all this stuff, and I took my underscore df to another data frame, or I can take same data frame also. That's not an issue. I could have taken my df equal to my underscore, again my underscore df equal to my underscore df, this thing. I can take this also, no worries. Okay. However, if you think, sir, don't do this kind of step, my underscore df equal to my underscore df dot drop, you can use one thing, in place equal to true. Okay, in place equal to true will drop subject and grade from this data frame, and if you print this data frame again with the first 5 rows, my df dot head, it will print you like this. That means both these columns will be dropped, subject and grade both will be dropped. Okay, so what you guys are doing, just simply creating a data frame and dropping the columns. That's it. Okay, not an hard and fast task you are doing right now. Now next, filtering rows and the columns with the filter method. I need to filter rows and the columns. So how I can filter the rows and the columns? The drop method drop the unwanted records, and the filter method performs a reverse task. The filter method is going to perform the reverse task. It keeps the desired records from a set of from a set of records in a pandas data frame. Okay, so filtering, we are performing the filtering. So how to use this filter methods? We need to pass the list of rows and indices to filter which we want to this particular method. Okay, along with that we need to pass 0, because pass 0 means row. Okay, so here in our case we are going to filter the rows. Okay, and it keeps the desired records from a set of records in a pandas data frame. So how I am going to use it? My underscore df dot filter 134 134, that means 134 are the rows. So I'm filtering my data. Okay, previously, I have created a data frame. I have created a data frame which is only now comprises of the score and the remarks. Okay, fine, only these two columns. Out of that, if someone asks you, now we require only the data of 1, 3 and 4 rows. We just only want the data of these 3 rows, we don't want the other data. Okay, so you can use filter method. You can give df dot filter 134, these are the rows. You are preparing the list of rows. See, previously you are preparing list of columns to be dropped. Understand what I'm saying? These are the list of columns which you require to drop, and you gave axis equal to 1. And here you are preparing the list of rows which we want to keep. It's not, we are not removing, we want to keep them. So I want to prepare a new data frame which keeps these 3 row value, and axis equal to 0, again I told, because it is row. So axis equal to 1 is for column and axis equal to 0 is for rows. Okay, so I need to keep them. All right, and here is your result. If I printed head means the first 5 rows, so I am available with the 3 rows only now, so it printed 3 rows only. Okay, so here is the result. Now again, very important, very important. Now we are dealing with very important things. Listen carefully. We can reset index also. Index resetting can also be done, because you know what happened in case of filtering. In case of filtering, you found that now my index is 1, 3 and 4. We can perform re-indexing, reset index, using reset underscore index method. We can use this method and we can reset index. How? Let us check. Just simply use my underscore df2. This is your my underscore df2 na, this data frame. This data frame is my underscore df2. So you can use my underscore df2 dot reset index drop equal to true. Drop equal to true. Now I will let you know what happened. Copy. Let me run this code first. Okay, first let us prepare this. I need to run first. This is the code. Okay, and then I have dropped subject and the grade. Okay, and then I am performing the filter. So here is the filter. Okay, now okay, if I want to drop subject and the grade, let us first drop subject and the grade and then apply the filter. Okay, here is a filter. Okay, and now I'm performing reset index without drop equal to true. Reset index. So what's stored in the reset index? The index which you are getting here, that is 134. I need to reset it. Okay, so if I just use the method reset underscore index, let me show you what the result is. You know what happens here? 1 3 values which are actually the index previously, that will come inside the column. See here, 1 3 and 4. Now they will become a column. It will become a column. Now, and this will be a new data frame with index also present as a column. And I don't require this stuff. Okay, so if I do reset index, these values which are previously the index, they will come inside the data frame and become a column. That is your index column. And if you want to avoid this kind of task, so you need to use drop equal to true. By using drop equal to true, by using drop equal to true, this particular thing, what happened previously, index 1 3 4, no, what this happened now, we will be safe. Now your index will not come inside the column. Okay, drop equal to true means your index will be dropped and new index will be there, that is 0 1 and 2. This is very 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 important technique to reset index, because in most of the cases, in case while using this performing various operations using pandas, we need to do that. Okay, on this data frame reset index. Rashmita, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is everything working fine, Rashmita? Or there is a noise coming from the students? Is everything fine?
Everything is fine, sir.
Okay. So the point is resetting index, reset underscore index. You can apply this. Okay. And if you make drop equal to true, then obviously uh, now it will create the correct order of indexing. And if you don't use drop equal to true, it will bring index inside the data frame. Then separately you need to drop it. So we don't want to work this particular stuff, so I think this is okay. Okay, so here is your contents. All right, so now see, filter column uses filter method. You need to pass the list of columns to filter the methods also. For example, if you want to filter the columns, previously you did filter the rows. Now if you want to filter the columns, only one change is there. Instead of giving axis equal to 0 previously for the rows, now you can give axis equal to 1 for the columns. This is what you can perform. Okay, so here I am giving my underscore df dot filter score and grade. Score and grade. Okay, that means I need to take I need to filter Here I need to filter what score and the grade columns from the data frame. Okay, so let me run this code. Let me run this code, and what I got only this result, score. Okay, only this I got. Why? Because the reason is, here in my data frame, I am only available with the scores. I am only available with the scores, not with the grade thing. Okay, in my, okay, fine, fine. In I am talking about to filter score and the grade from my underscore df. Where is my underscore df? Where is this data frame? Here it is. My underscore df. This is my data frame. Okay, and in this data frame, I am available with two columns, score and the remarks. Okay, my underscore data frame, I am available with the score and the remarks only. Okay, now let me take this particular full code again. I'm taking the complete code and preparing the data frame again. Okay, let us prepare the data frame again. Your initial data frame was this. Okay, and then let me apply this concept, score and the grade, on the above data frame. Okay, let me run this code. Now you are getting score and the grade both columns. Okay, so the point is if you want to consider only specific rows, sorry, columns, that means here score and grades are the columns which only I want in my new data frame. I don't want other columns in my data frame. Okay, so for that you can apply filter method, df.filter, and it will pick the specific columns which are present in a data frame and create a new data frame, my underscore df2, and here I printed my underscore df2. Okay, so why I did copy this code above? Because the reason is I have already performed multiple operations above, so it will not give me the correct results. So that's why I again copied the code and pasted here and created a data frame my underscore df. Okay, and then I applied this operation, filter, on my underscore df over it. Okay, and here is the result which I got. All right, and then, okay, fine, fine. Now I am giving a task to you all. Okay, that means you need to prepare a data frame and you need to apply all these concepts over it. Over it. Ramya, Ramya, is she
Sir,
here?
Ramya is absent.
Ramya is
She's
absent.
there, sir.
Uh,
No,
Sir, she's there, sir. I thought she was.
I joined from my home.
okay, so Ramya, can you please share your screen?
Presently, I'm listening in my mobile.
Okay, Rishmita, you share your screen.
Sir, I'm also listening in my mobile, sir.
Who is listening? Who is working from the laptop? What happened? Do you have any Wi-Fi issue?
Sir, I'm listening to
That's
the
all.
class in mobile while working on my laptop, sir. Should I try to connect from my laptop, sir?
Actually, I want to give exercise. You are going to do the exercise here, and other also will do the same exercise accordingly. Okay, so if you can hear my voice and you can share the screen on by using laptop, so that will be fine.
I'll try to connect from the laptop now, sir.
Okay, any other student who's working on the laptop and listening to me here on the laptop itself?
The thing is, I'm currently connected to my mobile phone, sir, for this meeting. For the
Okay, okay,
laptop, I had to disconnect and reconnect. I'll
okay,
try
okay,
that, sir.
okay, okay. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Let myself only
Okay,
do the
sir.
task. Okay, no need to do anything. Let what I'm expecting from you people are, you need to create, import, you need to create a data frame, import pandas as pd, and then you need to create a data frame from your side. Okay, that means the same which I did above. Okay, like this. I want you to create data frame of your choice. Okay, that means df df equal to create a list of dictionaries, and dictionaries will be something like that: subject, um, okay, subject, all these things, find, score, remark, good, and add one more column if it is possible. That means just name it as training, give it as a value yes. Okay, here also take one more column. Okay, training whose value is yes. Here also take one more column. Okay, that means training, make it as no. Okay, and put the same thing here yes, and put the same thing here. Okay, no. Okay, and now create a data frame by it. Name it as data, name it as data, and create a data frame. Df equal to pd dot data frame, name data frame, and create a data by it. Okay, so I'm creating a data frame. Here is my data frame created. Okay, with the name df. So I have taken list of dictionaries. Okay, and I have created a data frame. All right, then the next thing is I need to print df dot, just only print df, nothing, df. So here is your data frame. Okay, which you have created. um, this is a quite serious thing. It's unfortunate that listening from some other device working on what didn't understood the logic what it is, but it is mandatory for all the students to practice the code side by side. Okay, because you are not going to get this stuff from anywhere else. Okay, so here I have created a data frame. Okay, after creating a data frame, whatever the operations which you have learned above. Okay, for example, if you need to sort, that means if you need to take only the values from this data frame, uh, for example, let us use df dot df dot loc df dot loc. Okay, if I use 0, df dot loc 0 means it's going to print you the details of all the values which are present in the row number 0. Okay, and if you say, sir, we want to display the details for more also, that means you can use then loc 0 1. Okay, it will give an error. Here there is an error because not in this way you are going to use 0 loc colon 2. Okay, so here it will give you the value still 0 1 is not 0 colon 2, that means 3 rows I have printed, details of 3 rows. It's up to you. Then if you say, sir, we want to print the details only for column, specific column, that means df, I'm going to work upon for specific column, that means subject, for example, subject. Okay, dot loc 0 colon 2. So it will run the details of only subject. Yes, Vasundhara, please say. Yes, Vasundhara, say. You raised your hand by mistake.
Sir, by mistake it
See,
has
and you
print,
know
sir.
that I like the mistakes. In yesterday's class also I told. Okay, anything you want. If you don't want to say, still you can say, Vasundhara, anything, because you have raised your hand. You need to say something. What code you are doing currently? What code you are doing currently? No, nothing. See, by mistake also, if you raised your hand, you should say, sir, I am doing this code right now. Anyways. Okay, so when I'm going to print the details of respective column. So I can take subject, and I'm see previously I'm only working with the rows, loc 0 colon 2. Now if I'm going to print the values for specific column, so I can use df subject loc 0 colon 2. So it's going to print me the values 0, 1 and 2 for this particular column only subject: maths, history and the english. It's going to print me all these values only. Okay. And then later on you have performed different other operations also. You can drop the columns, you can drop the columns. Okay, apart from that you can perform filter operation. We just did filter here. Okay, we did filter. Okay, if I do use this particular segment of code and use here for my initial data frame, so filter, I'm going to take the score and the grade and create a new data frame, that is df1. Okay, this is what I can do. And let me print df1 also. Df1, this is my new data frame with only two columns, score and the grade. I filtered. I took only these two rows, and out of them also, if I want to take some specific columns only, so sorry, from some specific rows only, because columns I took score and the grade. And now if I want to take only specific columns from df1, I can use again filter method. Let me put the filter again. Put a filter here. Let us name it as df2, and make it a df1 dot filter, and take the row names as 0 comma 1 comma 2, and make axis equal to 0 because you are working with the rows. So 0 1 2, df1 dot filter, create df2. Okay, so this is your df2, and you will print df2 also. Df2, let me print this thing. You got this 0 1 and 2 only. Now you have reduced your data frame more, that means you have filtered your data frame. So only those rows which you are in concern 0 1 2 you took, created a new data frame. Previously those columns which are of your concern, you use that and created a data frame. And now if I want to reset the index, for example, if I want to reset the index, I can df2 equal to df2 dot reset, reset underscore index, very important method. Okay, let me run this code, and you got the df2. If I print the df2 again, here it is. But one thing happened, as I told previously also. If you only use reset index, then it will bring the index of the data frame inside, and it will be a data frame. Now it will be as a column in this data frame. So I don't require this index thing. So I can drop this df2 equal to df2 dot drop and index, access equal to 1. Okay, just drop it, access equal to 1. Okay, now if you do print this df2 again, okay, here it is. Now your index is dropped, but we can save our our extra work, extra efforts, if we do the reset here only. Reset underscore index. What change you need to do? Only one change I have already mentioned while resetting the index. Okay, and that is drop equal to true. So if you are making drop equal to 2, then it will drop the index initially itself, no need to drop it separately. All right, so these are the simple tasks. I have already explained you lot of methods above. You have to apply all these over to all these to understand how they work on a data frame, because each and everything, when you are available with the data sheets, you will be converting it into data frame, and whatever the operations which I have told you are mandatory. They will be, we need to apply them. They will be used. Okay, now next, if you want to sort the records which are present in your data frame, so let us, now I'm telling you something much more important. Understand, import matplotlib.pyplot is plt. In the last class also I did mention, this is a data visualization library. Matplotlib is a data visualization library. Okay, pyplot is a sub module of my matplotlib. So you need to first install matplotlib, then you need to import this library, and from this library you are importing pyplot, which is a sub module of matplotlib, and plt is an allies to this library. As you are doing pandas as pd, so pd is an allies to pandas, plt is an allies to matplotlib. Okay, or pyplot, whatever you can say. Cborn as SNS, this is again a data visualization library, but it is having better visualizations than matplotlib, so it has been incorporated on the top of the matplotlib. So matplotlib is a basic data visualization library, and Cborn is a better visualization library than matplotlib. Okay, it's been incorporated on the top of it. There is layers. Okay, so matplotlib is present at the base, and above that Cborn is present. Then sns.set style. Okay, so you can set style for the plotting. Whatever the graph you need to plot, you can set style from for the plotting. So I am using a style that is dark grid to plot. And here, see, I have already given you a data sheet of the Titanic. But in Cborn, I'm using Cborn as SNS, this visualization library. In Cborn, there is already a Titanic data set present. Just I need to load it. So sns.load underscore dataset. I'm going to load the dataset, Titanic dataset from the Cborn, and assigning it to Titanic underscore data. This is the name of the data frame. Oh, you can use any name. It's not a big deal. I can use DF also. That will be simple. Okay, just use DF. Nothing, no worries. So here what you are doing, you are taking the two data visualization libraries and you are loading the data, Titanic data from the Cborn SNS, and naming this data frame as DF. Let me run this code. It worked. Okay, now if I going to print DF, if I'm going to say DF and run the code, it will give you the details. Okay, here are the details. And this data set is somehow different from your past data set. It is having 891 rows and 15 columns. Previously, I guess you are available with the 12 columns. Okay, so here are the details for it. So already available, this data set is already available in the Cborn. I'm just loading it. You can also load it directly, no worries. And also, if you're using the Cborn, first kindly do install it. Installation of libraries, and you can install it by pip command. Pip install Cborn. You can use that particular command and install the library, and then you can use it. Okay, so here is my data frame which I have created. You kindly do install. It will not take much time for the installation of the libraries. Okay, within just a fraction of minutes you can install those libraries. Okay, and you can directly use them. Now what I need to do, to sort the pandas data frame, we can use sort underscore values. One more method I'm going to tell you, sort underscore values method. The list of the columns used for sorting needs to be passed by the attribute sort underscore value method. So the script is like this: age sorted data, Titanic data, that is my data frame actually. I changed it, DF, sort values by age. So with the method sort underscore value, I can sort the complete data frame on the basis of age. I'm going to take sort values by age. So this will be your age sorted data. You can name it as df1 also. It's up to you. You can, it's your choice. It's your choice. Okay, so df1 equal to df dot sort underscore values by age, and it's up to you how you are going to sort. And if I'm going to print this particular thing, df1 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 dot head, that means print the first 5 rows of your data. Let me run this code. Here it is. Your data set is sorted with respect to the age from ascending order. What is the age? 42, 67, 75, 75, 83. This is the sorted data with respect to the age. Okay, and your complete data frame is sorted with respect to the age. All these values, all these column values are also flipped with respect to the age. This is how you can sort. And in the next case, by sort in descending order, if you think, sir, we want to sort them in descending order, not in ascending order. If you want to do that, you can. Just only one thing you need to include: ascending equal to false. By default, ascending equal to true. And you can sort it by using ascending equal to false. Okay, so here let me sort it again. This is my data frame df. This is my df1, for example, df1. And let me print it. So df dot sort values by age, ascending equal to false. That means I need to sort it in descending order, higher to lower. Okay, so here it is: age 80, 74, 71, 71. Complete data frame has been, your complete data frame has been organized. Complete data frame has been organized according to the age, sorted. It's a sorted data frame. Very important method in data frames: sort underscore values. Okay, just make a remark over it. This is how we are sorting our complete data frame. Then we can also pass, you will say, sir, only on the basis of age only can I sort? Is there other means also we can sort my data frame? Yes, it is. We can sort the values of your data frame on the basis of other values also, on the basis of your different other columns, age also, fair also. You can sort the values. Okay, that means I'm going to take these two columns. Okay, age and the age and the fair, and I can sort it into ascending equal to false. That means descending order. I can do that. Okay, so in the case of, in such a case, the data set will be sorted by the first column, and in the case of equal values for the two or more records, the data set will be sorted by the second column. Okay, so here let me sort the values again. Df, name it as df1. Okay, ascending equal to false, and here I'm printing df1, first 5 rows. What you did, you're trying to sort the values with respect to age and the fair, and it's told, if you want to pass multiple columns by the attribute sort values, you can do that. In such cases, the data set will be sorted by the first column. Okay, so data set will be sorted by the first column, and in the case of equal values for the two or more records, for example, there are equal values, two or more records, the data set will be sorted by the second column, and so on. Okay, so let me sort it again, and here you are getting the values. So let me have a confirm check. It's told that you are having two columns now, age and the fair. I asked to sort it with these two. Previously I was sorting on the basis of age. Let me make a cross check. When I was sorting the values with respect to age, I got this data. Okay, that means 630, 851, 493, 96, 116. These indices I am getting for the first five: 630, 851, 493, 96, 116. That means I am getting the same indices here also when I am considering age and fair both. So it is still sorted on the basis of age only. But if if your data set comprises of equal values for two or more records, okay, in that particular case, it will sort according to the fair. For example, in age, you are having same ages: 75, 75, 75, 75, 75. These are the ages of the people. Then it will go to fair and sort your data according to the fair. So see, sorting will be done on the basis of age only. Whether you can going to take age, fair, whatever you want to take, you can take here. But sorting will be done according to the age only. Only it will move to the next column when your ages are same, when the sorting is not been ages are same. The data set will be sorted by the second column when, in the case, you are having equal values for two or more records. Is it understood or not? Ramya, is it understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here you got the results. Now, again, important thing, count, count function, unique and the count function. Very simple these are. Okay, very, very simple. Again, this is the same data set. I'm going to take this Titanic. I'm going to load this Titanic. You have already loaded this data set, so don't re-execute this code. Okay, you already loaded the data set. Okay, here is what the result which I got. Okay, now the next case is unique method. Unique. When I was explaining you the complete project, how to perform this over the data science how to do this in the form of a data science, I have explained you till here. Okay, by taking the Titanic data, I have explained you here till here. Take the importing the Pandas library, taking the data set, printing the first 5 rows, printing the last 5 rows, printing the shape, column, checking the duplicates, checking the null values, dropping how to drop your columns, okay, printing the information, printing the description, and n unique. N unique means number of unique values present in each and every column. Now, if you are specific, if you are specific for a respective column, okay sir, I want to check for a respective column. What? For example, sir, we want to check for this class column, sir, in my data set. So where is the class? Here it is, class column. So I can give like this, date Titanic underscore, that is the name of the data frame. Here I can give a class dot unique. Unique will print the unique values which are present in this data, in this particular column. If I do run this code, it will let me know third, first, and the second. These are the three unique values which are present in my data, in my particular
So,
data with respect to that column.
so,
Yes, yes, Ramya.
so can you send this code book again, sir? I think some of the codes are missing in our book.
Okay, all right, let me share it again. So this is Panda's basic concepts code book. Okay, and yes, I have sent it again. You can check on your mail. It's recent.
Okay, sir.
Okay, all the students can check their mails and they can download it. So I am going to check for a class. Okay, that means this particular class column, that how many unique values are present in it. And remember one more thing, that I will explain when I will be present in front of you also, when I will be describing the complete project. See, if you are going to do any unique, so it will let you know all the unique values present in each and every column. But for whom you need to do this unique task? See, I am not been going to do unique for this class. That is, what are the values which are not in two, only in 2 to 3 types. Okay, for example, I am not going to do the unique for the fair, because fair is having this continuous values 7.2, 71, 7.9, 53. This will be something in unique has not been done for it, which is having vast range of values. But unique can be done for only those columns which are having only 2 to 3 unique values. So here I did perform unique for class, and I can check the unique for others also. I can do check unique for this survived also. Survived. Okay, let me do the unique thing, survived. Okay, so to tell you 0 and 1, two values are there in survived. Okay, and if I say Titanic underscore data class any unique. That means give me the number of unique values. Then it will give me three. Then it will give me three. So there are three unique values present in my class. Okay. So unique will give you what are the unique values. Any unique will give you how many number of unique values are present in that particular class, or in a particular column. Okay. And then and then when I'm going to say when I'm going to say like this thing. Okay, first let me explain you this particular part. Count. If I need to count how many values are present in each and every column present in the data frame, so I can just use directly titanic underscore data dot count. So it will let you know in survived I am having 891 values. Here also I'm having 891 values, and all these things, just counting how many values are present in those columns. Okay, which are, which are not null. Okay, all those values which are present here in the columns, it's going to display you. Just only use a method counts. Okay, and apart from that, if I want to print, if I want to print what are the number of unique values present for each and every category in that particular column. So here it is. I can use titanic underscore data class value counts, value underscore counts. Okay, so as I know in class there are three values: third, first, and the second. Third, first, and second. So here value counts will let you know third is having 491, first is having 216, and second is having 184. Okay, these are the unique values which these are the values which are present in third, first, and second. So third, third is present 491 times, 200 first is second present to 216 times, and second is present 184 times in my class column. And similarly I can check out for the survived also. Let me go for survived. Okay, and check out for value counts. So in survived column I am available with 549 times 0 and 342 times 1. Okay, so listen carefully. You first do unique. Okay, here first do the unique, how many unique values are present in that particular column, and then you do value underscore counts. That means how many values are present, how many number of values are present. That means how much zeros are present and how much ones are present in that particular column. That is your value counts. That is your value counting. And we are using very very simple methods, and all these methods will be incorporated in the project. When I will be doing project in front of you, same thing only. I will be using same thing. I will be accessing my data frame, and that means I'm going to access my data, convert it into data frame, and then same steps I will follow when I will be doing the projects. And these are very simple methods: unique, n unique, value counts. What you are doing? Nothing. Just simply you are writing the using these methods and checking, okay, how many unique values are there. Okay, this is unique values are there. Okay, so it's quite simple. Now again, very very important thing in the pandas which always creates a confusion: group by operation. That means grouping the data. Okay, so group by is used for grouping the data. To group the data by column value, we can use group by method. Okay, we need to group the values on the basis of columns. Very, very important in pandas. On the basis of columns, you need to perform the group by operation. Okay, so we need to pass the columns as a parameter to perform the group by. Okay, so here it is. For example, if I say Titanic underscore GB class, it's just a name of a variable. Titanic underscore data, this is your data frame. I am saying group by class. I'm saying group by class. Okay, so here let me print it also. how this group by looks like, and then I am printing the type of it also. So let me run this code. So if I just do print also, it will be like same only. Okay. Same. It's a group by pandas core group by generic data frame group. It's printing like this. So let me remove this print statement. Let me go with the type only. So here you have performed group by using class as your column. You performed a group by only by taking class. Let me check out the code ahead and let you know, because in class you are available with three values. What? First, second, and third. Three values are present in your class, and you have performed group by of your data with respect to the class. Okay, and here, if I want to check the number of groups which are created by using this group by with respect to the class, you can use n dot groups. N dot groups. So I have created a group by for Titanic underscore GB class. Okay, and if I need to check how many groups are there here, so I can use what? N groups. Okay, so it will print me this three, because you are available with the three groups. Okay, so it printed me three. And if you need to print the size of the groups, so size of the groups will be printed like this only: Titanic underscore GB class dot size. Okay, and the size will be like 216, 184, 491. Obviously, whatever be the values are for the for the first there are 216 values, so obviously it will create a group of 216 values with respect to the first, and for second 184, and the third 491. So it has created three groups on the basis of class, and each is having 216, then 184 and 491 values. Okay, now finally we can also get the row indices for the records. Row indices for the records. How? The script below returns the row indices for the rows where the class group contains the first. So here it is. If I need to print what? If I need to print the row indices, that what index positions are present are present in a group first, so it is printing that. Okay, that means Titanic underscore GB class, this is all same, GB class. Okay, that means group by with respect to the class, and I'm taking groups first. That means it is printing the index of whom? The index of those the group first. Okay, the data who's been prepared by using this group first. So these are the index positions, and the length is 216. Obviously 216 values are present in first, and these are the index position: 1, 3, 6, 11, 23, 27, 30, 31, and so on. These are the respective index position which are present in first group. Okay, we can also get the first and the last record using the first and the last method. Okay, so how? First and the last, we can also get the first and the last record by using first and the last functions. So here it is. If I would say Titanic underscore GB class dot last, so here are the last records. Here are the last records. For first, this is the last record. For second, this is the last record. And for third, this is the last record. So I have performed group by of my data with respect to the class, and then I have printed how many groups created? 3 groups created, because there are 3 values present: first class, second class, and the third class. So 3 groups are created. In the first group, okay, I printed in the size. In the first group, I'm having 216 entries, second group 184, third group 499, 491. And then here I printed what are the index position of for the first group. Here there are the index positions in the first groups. And then here is the here I'm printing what are the first and the last values which are present in these groups. So if I'm going to take the last, so it will print the last values which are present in the first group, second group, and the third group. And if I want to print, if I want to print the first also, what are the first values present? So you can use first, first, first values present in your data set for these groups. Okay, so these are the values present. Okay, so first and the last you can print for these groups. So here you can see class. Now class isn't working as an index. Class is behaving like an index. Okay, so this is how you have created the in group by. Okay, and printing first and last values. Now next, we can also we can also get a data frame. Okay, just wait. Yeah, here we can also get a data frame that contains record belonging to the subgroup using get group function. Get group function. So I need to get a record. I need to get access the record which are present in the group number second. Okay, so here is the records. How? Titanic underscore GB class. This is my already group by, and I'm using a method get underscore group second. So whatever be the data present in according to the group number second will be now saved in Titanic underscore second class. Okay, and then here I'm printing head, that is the first 5 rows of that particular data. Okay, so get group method, get the data first, second, third, whatever you want to take you can, and here you can print it. So this is the second details of the second class. Here you can see class is second, only because its data is for the second class only. No? You can make similarly for the first and the third also, and give the different variables names. Titanic underscore first class, Titanic underscore third class. You can prepare any kind of stuff. Now, again, very important thing. We can also use to perform aggregate functions. There are aggregate functions in pandas. We can use aggregate functions over groups. Very important thing. We can use max function to get the maximum age of all the groups. So here it is. This is a group variable dot age max. So max is an aggregate function in pandas. I can use this max function to find what is the maximum age in all the groups. So it's telling in the first the maximum group, age is 80, second it is 70, and in third it is 74. So we are having list of aggregate functions: max, min, count, median, mean. We can apply all these in one go itself. How? Let's check. To get the information based upon various aggregate functions, we can pass a list of them in AGG method. So this is AGG method, aggregate, and we are passing list of all. We are passing list of all. Okay, and then after passing the list of all, we are what we are doing? We are just calculating fair for all these values. That means take your class variable dot fair, then aggregate functions, all these aggregate functions. Okay, so here it is. For the first class, maximum fair is this, medium fair is this, count is this, median is this, mean is this. Very, very important thing, very relevant information, very important information, I would say, we are extracting from the data. Okay, and according to the groups, first, second, and third class. Okay, this is what we are doing. Okay, so we are using aggregate function, and we are extracting the details of fare according to it. Very important thing. Please remember, learn whatever you want to do, you do, but you should be knowing this stuff. Okay, now again, concatenating and merging the data. How to concatenate and merge the data? Again, I'm taking the same data set, Titanic. Let me load it again. Let me load this data again. Okay, same thing which same steps which I have written above. So I'm again loading the Titanic data set using Seaborn. And then how to concatenate and join the multiple pandas data frame into one. Again, very, very much important thing. Very important thing. So let us first see how to concatenate and join the data frames vertically or in row order. According to the rows, how we can concatenate or join the data frames. That means vertically. Vertical. See, using Titanic data, we can create two data frames. The first data frame consists of the rows where the passenger class is present, while the second data frame consists of the rows where the class is present. Class is second. See, let's see how. Here, Titanic underscore data. What is Titanic underscore data? It is your initial actual data frame. Okay, now listen. Titanic underscore data is your actual data frame. Then in Titanic underscore data, I am picking class. That means I'm going inside this particular data frame. In this data frame, I am picking class, and in class I am saying I just require only those values which are equal, where class is equal to first. So in this data frame, I am picking only those values where class is equal to first. So it will sort, it will create a new data frame. It will create a new data frame where class is only equal to first. No second and no third class will be present in that particular data. And I am again preparing another data in which I am taking Titanic class equal to second. So it will pick only those values where class is equal to second. No first and no third. And prepare another data frame. So here it is. Let me, I have already uploaded, and let me run this code, and let me show you also. What is this? P1 class means, let me copy and paste it here. Okay. So here it is. You can check. Class is only first, and see, don't believe that, sir, only class first will data. No, it will pick the complete data. It will pick the complete data with class equal to first. Those are having class equal to first, na, that complete will be picked. That means you are creating a new data frame with class equal to first. Very important. That means how you can bifurcate your data. And if you are taking class equal to second, now this data is created now. Okay, let me copy this and paste it here and show you what data is created. Okay, here it is. Second, class second. Just only details of second, and remaining according to the second, whatever be the data, other data are, other values are, they will incorporate in this data frame with only second class. So this is by first class, this is by second class, and you can create another data frame with the third class. It's up to you. And one last thing I want to tell you this is, there are two ways to concatenate data set. One is horizontally. Data sets, there are two ways to concatenate data set horizontally. That means you can call append method. Append method we have seen in list also, append method. Okay, so append is a very famous method. You can call append method via first data frame and pass the second data frame as a parameter to it. So if I want to add data, one data frame to another data frame, adding them horizontally, I can do that. So this is Titanic passenger class 1 data, and this is passenger class 2 data. Okay, I am appending class 2 to class 1, adding below class 1, and ignore index equal to true. I'm ignoring index. I don't want to check what is the index. No, ignore index equal to true, and here is the final data. Let me run this code. Print final data, not shape. I'm going to print the final data also, and then you can print the final shape also. So very important, append method you are using to add two data frames. Okay, so here is a final data, final underscore data, and here you are printing the shape of it also. Let me comment this. Let me run this code. Here it is, which is having class first and the class second, because you have appended class 2 to class 1. So append method has been used here to perform this operation. Okay, so this is how you can concatenate the data sets using append method horizontally. That means your class 1 will be at the top, and then remaining data will be appended as a class 2 next. Okay, fine.